Well, kia ora and welcome to Mind Your Buzzness. I'm Andy G. It's been a while, hasn't it, since I posted an episode, and actually quite humbled because I had two people that I know who watched the episode say to me, we haven't posted one in a while. So, yeah, thanks for your concern, and I haven't. Here's the thing though, this particular episode is a bit all over the place because here I am in May recording the intro for a video that I made at the end of March, sort of April, start of April. So what you're about to watch is honey harvesting from the second and last super that I actually pulled off the hive at the end of the season. And I got 16 kilos off the first honey super, and my assumption was that I'd get about 10 or 11 off the second one because it didn't appear to be as full as the first one that I pulled off. But watch the video anyway, and you'll find out near the end just how much I did manage to get off it. Now, this is the first time that I've actually been back to this hive now in just over a week. I did do a check recently, which I didn't film, but everything seems to be okay at this stage. But here at the start of May, it was actually May the 1st, in this area, we had a state of emergency and a massive flooding event. So the farm where the beehive is based was pretty much all closed because most of it was underwater. But my strategy has paid off because where I've placed the hive, and there is a stream just behind, but where I've placed the hive was strategic because if that stream does get up, then it shouldn't affect this area, and it has paid off because the hive is still there. But because of that weather event recently, having just come back to the hive now and doing a check, there's been quite a bit of a die-off. So it's a bit of a graveyard, unfortunately, at the front of the hive here, which is really sad to see, but there is still some activity. So it looks like I have lost a few bees. Now, because it's not too warm here at the moment, it's about 13 degrees. All I'm going to do is put an exit board to get that super off, because I put that super on. That's one of the ones I harvested, which you're watching in this video, about to watch. I'm going to put the escape board under it, exit board, escape board, and then I'll come back in a few days and get that super off, because I only put it on there for them to clean up. And what we'll do in the next episode, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but in the next episode we'll do a bit of wintering down and just getting the hive ready for the colder months, which are well, pretty much almost upon us because we have had one frost already. All right, well, let's crack in the honey harvesting episode. Let's go. So because the escape board's a relatively quick job, I've decided I'm just going to glove up and not worry about wearing a suit, because it could just be put on really quickly without bothering the bees too much. So we'll just pop it on there and leave them alone, because it can go on top of the queen excluder as well. So it is light as, because they have done a very good job cleaning it. Get rid of some of that comb. Okay. And then put this back on. So if there's any bees up here in this super, they can just happily jump out. There's actually none in there anyway. Oh no, there's a couple in there. So they've done a fantastic job just cleaning that up. And because of the time of year, they're not starting to fill it up again, because they're actually filling up this brood box here with honey. It's absolutely chocker. But we'll look at that at the next episode. Let's get on with the honey harvest. Not a great deal on this frame. But we'll get it into the spinner anyway. Not a great deal on that side, but that side there is looking absolutely stunning, isn't it? think I'll do the good side second because it's the more satisfying one to watch. It's dripping out pretty fast. That was satisfying, eh? That was good. Go for the other side. Beautiful. Okay, let's get that in the spinner. So, quick look at the cappings there, draining beautifully, so it'll take a little while. Right, let's just give these a quick check and make sure that they've emptied on that side. Yeah, pretty happy with that, so we'll switch sides now. It's probably as much as I'll be able to spin out of those. Okay, quite happy with those, so I'll chuck those back in. Okay, here we go then. Next three. Get that in here. Let's get this one in. Right, let's have a look and see if these have emptied out okay. Yep, happy with that. Plenty for the bees too to clean up. So looking in the bottom here now, you can see there's quite a bit of honey in there. Already starting to accumulate, which is very good. Certainly had easier frames to extract from. an easy one. So the cappings are still draining nicely, and still a bit to go. Time to spin. I think my prediction is pretty good, because when I was at this point last time, the honey was touching the bottom of the frame holders, and it's nowhere near them this time. The bottom of these frames is actually now touching the surface of the honey inside the spinner, which is a good indication. But yeah, as I predicted, certainly not as much as last time. There's a good amount in there. And there is the honey just from the cappings. So time now for the last filtration, because the spinner has completely drained now, which is great. So this will be the last filtration now before I can jar up this honey. And if you're wondering why I've put the green screen up, why I've got the green background, is because my garage is insanely messy. It just hides the clutter. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Stunning. Working a treat. Now this is the last of it from the second super now that I'm pouring in here. So once this is all filtered out, then we'll weigh it. Like I said at the start of the video, I can't imagine it being 16 kilograms like the first one was. Certainly a good weight in it though, but we'll let this finish draining and then we'll do the weigh-in. Okay, here's the result of the second honey super. Good amount of honey in there. Bearing in mind that I got 16 kilos out of the first super, I don't expect that I'll get as much out of the second one, but we'll see, won't we? So here we go, bucket on. The bucket and lid itself is 800 grams. Look at that, 14.6 kilos. That's amazing. So thanks heaps for bearing with me for well over a month since the last episode. I appreciate the concern. You know, a little thing called life happened and things just get a bit busy sometimes, don't they? But not as busy as these bees. Sadly, we've lost a few though. There's quite a few dead ones out the front, but you kind of expect that at this time of the year. But having a quick look in the hive, everything looks like it's good. But as I say, in the next episode, this is episode 15, episode 16 is next. We'll have a bit of a look through the hive very quickly on a nice day, because we've got a few of those coming up, and we'll just check that everything's good, and then we'll kind of winter the hive a little bit as much as we can, and just give the bees a chance to survive. And then that might be one of the last checks for a while. So yeah, join me for that. What I'll leave you with though, and thank you so much for watching Mind Your Buzzness. Tell your friends, get them all to come along and give it a like, a subscribe and a watch, because I love doing this, and maybe it would inspire someone to become a beekeeper in the future as well. But anyway, I'll leave you with this. It is a bit of an outtake from episode 14 that I noticed when I was putting it together. Have a watch, you'll get the idea. I'll see you next time. Look at that spider web hanging off my head. Another good frame. It's still there. How did I not notice it? I guess it's off to the side of my head. I mean, I'm not looking that way. That's brilliant. Okay, so looking at this then, they've definitely done a lot in the last 10 days since I last looked at it. I'm sure there's a few frames that they're still busy working on. What I will do is I'll put the skateboard on, I'll put the old super back on as well so they can clean that up, the one that we harvested recently. It's gone, it's gone. Yeah,